Hi, welcome back to another Tuesday weekly yoga class. I'm so glad you're here, and today we're going to do tapping, which is awesome, and we're going to, I was looking over our poses for this week, and it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of opening up and expanding. So maybe that could be part of our intention this week is maybe opening our heart, expanding possibilities, I don't know, something like that, but you might just think about that in your practice if that seems like something that you'd like to kind of get into. But anyway, we'll start with just calming ourselves down, calming our bodies, getting nice and grounded. I am a high energy person, so it's really good for me to pause at the beginning and get grounded and get centered before I start my practice, so I can start that nice deep breathing and start getting all the benefits of our poses. Because if my whole body is tense like this and excited, then I'm not relaxing and letting my joints and all my muscles and ligaments really get the full benefit of all the stretches. So I love to come in excited to everything that I experience, but we miss a lot if we don't relax and get grounded in that place too. So here we go. All right, so our heart is open, our sternum is lifted, shoulders are over our hips, our belly's pulled in slightly. We've got our hands opened up to the ceiling, relaxing our shoulders and our arms. We might connect our thumb and our pointer finger, relaxing. That connects the energy that's flowing through our bodies. If you think about it like we're just closing that circuit so that all of our energy is just centered right here in our body. That's why we kind of close that circuit. And if that feels right to you, awesome. You can leave your hands open if you would like, or you can even turn your hands down and rest your hands that way. It's up to you. Start bringing our awareness into our breath, nice and relaxed. Down our spine, relaxing our lower back, down through our sit bones. Nice big inhale. Think of inhaling up through the top of your head. Exhaling down your spine, down through your sit bones into the ground below your mat. Then inhaling back up through your spine, up through the top of your head. And then exhaling down your spine, down into the ground. Maybe think about roots coming out, getting all that good nutrients and energy, and then taking that up through your spine, up through the top of your head. And we'll do a few more breaths like that, focusing up and down our spine, gathering everything we need from the earth, and then taking it up through our body and releasing it out into the universe, if you will. And then exhaling back down, back to the source. Keep your jaw nice and relaxed in your arms. Go ahead and set your intention for your practice here this evening. Just what you'd like to come away with from your time here on your mat. All right. Go ahead and open up your eyes, and we will do a little tapping. So, for tapping, what you do is, if you've never tapped before, you're just going to take the tips of your fingers on both hands, and we're going to start gently tapping different parts of our body. And this just starts to open up our energy lines. It kind of gets our vagus nerve stimulated for calming and relaxing. It's a stress reducer, all those wonderful benefits of our yoga practice. You can do tapping in your car, hour before you go into work or go into a scary meeting or something, or you could do tapping before you go to bed. Oh, that would be so nice and relaxing. Maybe you're going to do your yoga before you go to bed tonight. That would be awesome. Now take those fingertips down to the tops of your brow bones here, right above your eyes. Nice and gentle. It's definitely a sensation, kind of maybe like little bee stings. Maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but just definitely waking things up there. And now we're going to come down and tap here right on the tops of our cheekbones. Relax your jaw. Everything else should be nice and relaxed. Just kind of focus on that sensation, breathing into that area where you're feeling the strongest sensation. Now we're going to take one hand and we're just going to tap right there between our nose and our lip. You can even pull your lip down over your teeth to kind of narrow the skin there, flatten out the skin. And then we're going to tap right here on our chin. Start noticing that tingling feeling moving around your face. Focus on maybe the sound that you're hearing as you tap. Little thud there on the chin. Now we're going to take both hands and we're going to tap right there on our jaw. Right on that muscle, relaxing our jaw. Maybe coming in toward our chin a little bit. Noticing how the sound changes as you go out more towards your ears on that muscle. Okay, now we're going to take those fingertips down here to our collarbones. Right there on our collarbones. Gently tapping, we can go in toward the center line, then out more toward our shoulders. And now we're going to just take our right hand and we're going to tap right there on our sternum, right by our heart. Little thud there. Notice that sensation. Nice and grounding in our heart. Great place to be grounding. All right, now we're going to take our pointer finger and we're just going to tap on the outside of our right hand with that big joint of our pointer finger. Feel that sensation there on the outside of our hand. You can do this with your kids at school too. This is great for any age kids, just to become present in their bodies. Body awareness, stress reducer, calming and centering. Right now we're going to just tap on the outside of our other hand. Nice little tap there. Notice that sensation. Now, we're going to reach up with our right hand and take our left hand and we're going to tap our rib cage here. Up and down our ribs. Nice big pat. It reminds me of patting a big dog or a horse over at my uncle's farm. And then we're going to go to the other side. Just waking up all those energy lines right there that run down the side of your rib cage. All right, now we're going to bring both hands back to our legs. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, relax down our spine and just notice that energy running through your upper body right now. Nice tingling feeling. So alive, so full of potential. Relaxing down through your sit bones. All right, go ahead and open up your eyes. We're going to start warming up our hands and our arms now. Straighten out that right arm. Take your left hand over your fingers. Straighten our elbow, and we're gently going to pull our fingers back. Then we're going to inhale to just our pinky and pull that pinky back. Big stretch. Inhale to your ring finger. With each inhale, we're just going to go to the next finger. Nice stretch up through your palm and your wrist. Pointer finger. And then we're going to reach around to our thumb, gently pulling down. Nice little twisting stretch. Relax your shoulders. And release. And we're going to bring both those hands down to our leg. Straighten out your left arm. Right hand goes over your fingers, gently pulling back. And we're going to inhale to our pinky and our ring finger. Pointer finger, noticing that stretch go up through your palm and your wrist. Pointer finger, did I say pointer finger before? I meant middle finger. And then reaching underneath to our thumb, pulling down gently. Nice little twisting stretch. And release. Hands come back down to our knees. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to roll those wrists up to the ceiling. Big stretch. And then exhale, rolling our wrists the other way. Hands come back down to our legs, relaxing down. Big inhale here. Exhale, we're going to bring our chin down to our chest, and our right hand goes behind our head. Relax your chin down towards your chest, opening up the back of our spine here. Right there on our neck. Release and inhale our head back up. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Take your right hand around the side of your head. Relaxing here, relaxing that left arm. Nice stretch through your neck there. Think about taking that left shoulder away from your ear. And release, bring your head back up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Left hand goes around the side of your head. Little pressure there. Relaxing that right arm. Relaxing your jaw and your shoulder. And release. Inhale your head back up. Nice big breath here. And we'll just kind of roll our head on top of our spine. Bringing everything back into alignment. One more inhale and exhale, relaxing all the way down our spine, down through our sit bones, our arms. Noticing where your feet and your legs connect to your mat. Nice and grounded. All right, go ahead and open up your eyes if they weren't open before. And we are ready to come up to cat-cow. Start warming up our spine. All right, here we go. Up on all fours here. We've got the heels of our hands below our shoulders and our knees are below our hips. Our belly's pulled in slightly. We're going to inhale and drop that belly down toward the floor, looking straight ahead. Tailbone goes up. Nice stretch through your abs there. Exhale, roll your back up toward the ceiling. Tuck your tailbone under and gently turn your elbows in toward each other a little bit. And then we're going to inhale and drop that belly down. Exhale, roll our back up, pushing our hands and feet into the mat. Inhale, drop our belly down. And exhale, roll our back up one more time. And here we come back to center. Now we're going to inhale and pick up that right hand and our left knee balancing here. And we're going to lift and extend through our right arm and back through our left foot. Pushing that left hand into the mat. Reaching to the two sides of the room. Belly's pulled in. Exhale, hand and knee come down to the mat. Adjusting here. Inhale, pick up our left hand and our right knee. Pushing our right hand into the mat, extending through that left arm, our palm faces right, extending back through that right leg, belly's pulled in. And then exhale, hand and knee come back down. Now, we're going to do puppy dog. And puppy dog is kind of like down dog, but it's done on our elbows, and it's really good for stretching out our shoulders. So we're gonna come down here to our elbows, tuck our toes under, and we're gonna lift up our seat up toward the ceiling. Now our head's almost to the floor, and we're gonna lift our seat up toward the ceiling. Relax your jaw. This is a nice little inversion. You're gonna start to feel the blood rushing up to your head. That's a good thing. Waking up our brain here. It's good to get upside down. It'd be good if we could get our students upside down every day. Get that blood rushing up to their head. Have them hang over like a rag doll or something. That'd be really good. Relax down through the backs of your legs. Very good. Now you're feeling that nice stretch through your shoulders too, I hope. And now we're going to just bring those knees back. And we're going to come back to child's pose. Seat comes back to our heels. Head comes down to the mat. We're going to bend our elbows, bringing the palms of our hands together. Hands come behind our head. Relax our shoulders here. Nice deep yoga breaths. Noticing the sound of your exhale, nice and grounded. Very good. Okay, now let's go ahead and put those hands on the mat. Lifting back up to flat back. We're going to tuck those toes under and come up to down dog now. All right, different kind of feeling than puppy dog. Looking back at our knees, lifting our sit bones up toward the ceiling, tilting our pelvis forward, belly's pulled in. Think about pulling your belly up under your rib cage, head's nice and loose. Spreading out those fingers. Relax your jaw. Nice deep breaths. Next breath, we're going to inhale and walk those feet forward, and we're going to stay folded over for ragdoll. This is something you could have your kids do right next to their desk. Have them just relax their body over, keep their legs straight. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Inhale, bend your elbows, hold your elbows with your hands. Seesaw your arms back and forth, and then up and down. And then we're going to release those arms. Everything's nice and loose again. And then on our next inhale, we're going to start to lift. Everything's nice and loose, slowly coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Think about stacking your vertebrae up one on top of the other. And then we're going to lift our sternum, shoulders come back, belly's pulled in. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, relaxing down our spine. Okay, very nice. Okay, is that about 20 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to do our 3 sun salutes to get our whole body warmed up. Getting ready for our stronger dynamic standing poses. All right, nice big inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway to flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat, step or hop back to plank, and chaturanga down. Keep your elbows by your ribs, nice and strong. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, down dog. We're gonna do 5 nice deep yoga breaths here. Spread out those fingers, lifting our sit bones up toward the ceiling, tilting our pelvis forward, belly's pulled in, gently turning your elbows in toward each other, gently turning your knees in toward each other, belly's pulled in up under your rib cage. Next inhale, feet come up between our hands, lifting halfway to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, heart center. Here we go again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plank. And chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. 5 big breaths here in down dog. Notice the sound of your breath. Nice and grounded on your exhale. Next inhale, feet come up between your hands, lifting halfway to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, big stretch. And exhale, heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway to flat back. Exhale, plank and chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Now remember, in cobra, you can always just squeeze your glutes, push your hands into the mat, and get a nice little arch there. That's a nice way to do it too. Then you can always do like this. Full cobra, it's a baby cobra, cobra, and then up dog is up here where my legs aren't touching the mat. Exhale, down dog. 5 big breaths. Keeping that head nice and loose. Rolling those shoulders, elbows come in toward each other a little bit. Spreading out those toes. You can relax down the backs of your legs a little bit, get a little deeper stretch. And then inhale, feet come up between our hands, lifting halfway to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, big stretch. And exhale, heart center. All right, very good. Now we're all warmed up for our standing poses. Here we go. We're going to start with chair pose. So, in chair pose, we want our feet to be hip width apart, looking straight ahead, bellies pulled in, shoulders over our hips. On our next inhale, we're going to bend our knees and bring our seat down. You want to relax your lower back, let your sacrum come out a little bit. Hands come up above and in front of our head. We're going to engage our arms and our shoulders and our hips and our knees. Everything's pushing toward the center, like we're holding an invisible ball between our hands and our knees. Then we're going to inhale, straighten our legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway to flat back. Exhale, come back to plank and chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, now here we go. On our next inhale, we're going to shift our weight to our left foot, take our right leg, swing it around, and bring it up inside of our right hand. Turning our left foot out. We're going to push our right foot into the mat and come up to warrior one. Here we are, nice warrior one. Look down at your knee, make sure your knee's right over your ankle. Nice straight strong left leg. Palms facing each other, shoulders away from our ears, bellies pulled in. Very nice. You can hold an invisible ball between your hands there for that upper body strength. All right, now nice big inhale here. We're going to twist to the left, take your left arm back and your right arm forward. Now we're going to turn our gaze to look over those right fingertips, shoulders away from our ears, reaching to the two sides of our room, bellies pulled in. We can glance down there at our right knee and make sure it's right over our ankle. Then we're going to inhale, bring this right arm down. We can bring our block in now too. Bring our hand down to our block. And then this left arm swings down and then comes up to extended angle. Now, what we want to do is we want to reach up And our palm's gonna face to the right. Think about having a straight line from your fingertips down to your heel. Your upper arm is right by your head right here. And now on our next inhale, we're gonna open up to the left and look under that arm. Opening up, letting that arm hang over. Nice big stretch through that right leg, right hip. And then exhale, bringing our torso back down toward the mat. Adjusting, lifting, pushing that right foot into the mat. All right, so good. Okay, here we go on the other side. Now we can widen our stance here a little bit. We're gonna reach forward with that left arm, twist to the right, left elbow goes over our right leg. Left hand's on our right shoulder, right hand goes behind our back, and we're relaxing down our spine. Nice little twist here. We always do 5 deep grounded yoga breaths for each pose, at least 5. Notice your breath. All right, now we're gonna untwist and adjust and lift and straighten that right leg. All right, here we go. Triangle pose. Triangle pose, the thing about triangle pose, straight legs. We're gonna turn our torso to face straight ahead. Belly's pulled in. Nice big inhale. Exhale, we're gonna bend at our waist, keeping that right leg straight. Reaching forward with our arms, you're gonna feel that great stretch up through the back of that right leg. Now let's bring our hands down to our block. Your block could be high, medium, low, no block, 10 hands, no block. Just figure out what feels comfortable for you. Keeping that right leg straight. That's the most important thing. Because once you bend that leg, it's a different pose altogether. You're not working where that pose is meant to work. All right, so here we go. We're down like this. We're feeling that great stretch up through that right leg. And now we're gonna open up like a book. So we're gonna inhale, open up our hand to the left, and then kind of look up toward the ceiling. Now you're getting that great stretch, going right up that left leg, all the way up into this groin area here. So good for us. Reaching with our hands, pushing that left hand into the mat, or right hand, because I just felt something really strange there. It didn't pop so we're good. Exhale, right hand comes down. Now, we're going to, I think we're done there. Yep, we're gonna bend that knee, flip your left foot up, rocking back, bring that right foot back, and chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Alrighty, shake our head a little bit. Kind of bend each knee right to left here. Lifting our sit bones, nice deep breaths. And we're gonna go here on the other side. So we're gonna inhale, swing that left foot up inside of our left hand, turn our right foot out, and lift up for warrior one. Arms come up above our head, belly's pulled in, shoulders away from our ears, holding that invisible ball between our hands. Nice, straight, strong right arm. Noticing our deep, grounded yoga breaths. All right, big inhale here. Exhale, twisting to the right. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back, palms facing down. Check that left knee, make sure it's right over your ankle, and then gaze over your left fingertips. Reaching to the two sides of the room, shoulders away from your ears. Nice, straight, strong right leg. Now we're going to inhale, bend that left arm, bring it down to our leg. We're going to bring that block in if we would like to use it. Right arm goes up for extended angle. Our palms facing left here, reaching up. And then on our next inhale, we're going to open up to the right, looking under that right arm, letting it hang over. Feeling that great stretch through that left leg. Up through our right side. And then exhale, hand comes back down. Inhale, lifting up and pushing that left foot into the mat. Now, getting ready for a twist. Hips face forward, reaching forward with that right arm. Exhale, twist to the left. Put that right elbow over your left knee. You can always widen your tracks. Take your feet wider. Left foot, you can walk over to the left. Right foot, you can scooch to the right. Broadening your base. Right hand goes over our left shoulder. Left hand's behind our back. Relaxing down our spine, looking over that left shoulder. Nice, straight, strong right leg. And then release. And then twist. And then lift and straighten that left leg. All right, here we go. Oh, my feet stuck to my mat. I'm going to adjust here. I think I'm going to go this way so that my back isn't facing you. So we're going to do triangle pose on the other side, turning our hips to face straight ahead, hinging at our waist, keeping that left leg straight, reaching forward, and then our hands come down. Nice big stretch through the back of that left leg. You can relax here for a moment before we open up. It's always good to relax before we open up, right? Now we're going to inhale, opening up to the right, looking over to the right, and then looking up through our fingertips. Nice big stretch up through that left leg. So good for us. And then exhale, hand comes back down. Excellent. We're going to bend that left knee, flip our right foot up. We're going to come back to a nice plank here. Chaturanga down. Elbows by our ribs, nice and controlled for nice strong arms. Lifting to cobra, whatever kind of cobra you'd like to do. And let's exhale to child's pose. Okay, so our big toes come together, seat comes to our heels. Walking those hands forward so our forehead comes down. We can take our elbows a little wide here to relax our shoulders and our neck. Nice deep breaths. Relax that lower back. Very good. Next inhale, let's lift our seat off our heels. Tuck our toes under, lift up to down dog. Looking back at our knees, head's nice and loose. Next inhale, let's walk those feet up between our hands and lift halfway to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to come back up to chair one more time, bending those knees. Hands come up above and in front of our head. Lowering our seat a little. If you let your tailbone and your sacrum come out a little bit, you can lower that seat. Really feel it in your quads. And now let's hold an invisible ball between our hands and our knees. Everything's pushing toward that center line. Nice deep breaths. Continue your yoga breathing. That'll get you through. And then inhale, straighten those knees. Palms come together. Thumbs come right down there to our sternum, relaxing through our shoulders, all the way down through our feet. Very good. Good job. That's hard work. That's great. You guys, I'm so proud of you for doing all these poses. So good for your bodies. Okay. Next is our balance pose. Our balance pose today is going to be half moon pose. And half moon pose is kind of like an opened up warrior three. We did warrior three last week. Remember how we did warrior three? Well, open boat is a progression of that, kind of. But let me show you how we're going to get into it. There's different ways to get into it, and I was just thinking about the best way for us to get into it tonight. And this is what we're gonna do. Get your block and put it like right in front of your foot, like this one is for me. We're gonna use our block to do warrior three. I mean, open, like half moon, sorry, half moon. Okay, so, just like warrior three, we're lunging there on our right leg. Got our block right here. We're gonna be balancing on our foot and our hand, both. In warrior three, we were just balancing on our leg. We can use our hand in half moon. So, we're gonna place our hand here on the block, and then we're slowly gonna start to balance on that block and on our foot. You can make your block lower if you want. And what we're working toward is lifting that left hip up and opening up to the side. We want that left leg parallel to the ground. We want our left arm perpendicular to the ground. That's it. Think about your left arm and your right arm being in a straight line. I don't know how I look, but I hope I look as good as I feel. That's it. Okay. We hold all poses for about 5 good breaths. And then we're going to exhale, bend that right knee, bend my other leg, and come back up. Woo! I hope that was fun for you. Let's do it on the other side. Okay. Here we go. Half moon. We got our block there. We can always adjust it. My wispies keep tickling my nose. That's why I keep going like this. Okay, so I'm bending my knee. My belly's pulled in. We're going to bring that hand down to our block and start adjusting here. Bringing our weight over that hand and our foot. We might move our block around. Now, I'm going to lift my right hip up toward the ceiling and my arm's going to go up. You can always stay down here. Stay down lower as you're building balance. Find where you can hold today for 5 breaths. That's what's most important, is you get 5 breaths of equanimity wherever you're at, because then we can build on that. If we keep throwing ourselves into things that we're not ready for, we don't build a firm foundation. So we'll never progress. So build a firm foundation closer to the ground and then progress from there once you've got your equanimity. It sounds really deep, doesn't it? All right. So my right arm, I'm going to try to make that in a straight line with my left arm. And I think my right leg is horizontal to the ground, but I could be way off. You know better than me. But I'm feeling it. And I think I've been up here for about 5 breaths. So I'm going to exhale and bend that left knee. I'm going to bend everything and come back up. We did it. And I can feel it. I'm going to take a moment to see how my body feels. I'm feeling it right here. All right. Probably you are too. Well done. All right. Let's move into our next poses. Okay, now we're going to go into our wide angle poses. And I'm going to turn sideways for this. So my feet are wider than my hips, my knees, my legs are straight. I want to lift my sternum, bring my shoulders back over my hips, belly's pulled in, spread out my toes. I'm going to inhale, reach up to the ceiling, big stretch. My sacrum goes out a little bit. Exhale, keeping my legs straight. I'm going to hinge at my hips, bend at my waist. Bring my hands below my shoulders, relax down my spine, and bring my head all the way down. Relaxing through my head, give my head a little shake. We want to make space between our vertebrae here. It's all about kind of letting the weight of our head put traction on our spine, making space in between our vertebrae there so that, you know, the blood flow gets in there and gives it a little stretch, keep everything healthy and moving and fluid. So good for us.
Just relax those shoulders, relax your jaw. You can walk your hands back a little bit if you want to get a bigger, deeper stretch in the backs of your legs. That feels good. All right. Now we're going to bring our hands to center here again and lift. Bend our knees a little bit and lift our chest. Very nice. Okay. Now, belly's pulled in. We're going to bring our hands behind our back, lacing our fingers together. Lift our sternum, draw our shoulders back, and our hands are going to go away from our seat. Exhale, bending at the waist. Head comes down, down, down until we're looking behind us. And then I'm going to lift my hands up toward the ceiling, getting a big stretch in my shoulders. You want to relax your shoulders. Think about your shoulder blades coming in toward your spine. Relax your jaw. Notice how your head's feeling with your circulation coming down towards your head. It's always such a good, healthy thing. We should all get upside down more often, is what I always say when I'm upside down. Very good. And then we're going to inhale and lift and release those hands. Oh, and I always feel like I want to roll my shoulders there. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our peace fingers ready, and we're going to inhale and reach up to the ceiling. One more time. Exhale, bend at our waist. And this time, we're going to use our hands to pull ourselves deeper into the pose. So there's different options. If it's available, put those peace fingers around your big toes. And bend your elbows and gently pull yourself a little bit further into the pose. Now, if that's not available, we want to keep our knees straight, right? So we can bring our hands behind our calves or behind our ankles or wherever that, wherever you can do it to keep your hands behind your calves. Gently pulling ourselves here, and we've got a nice big stretch in the backs of our legs, relaxing our shoulders and our jaw. Very good. Okay, now we're going to inhale, bring those hands back to center. We're going to bend our knees, and we're going to just start rocking back and forth and sliding those feet down under our sit bones here for a nice little squat. This is called Malasana, and it's a great little pose. We do it every week because it's so good for us. We're going to push. They're all really good for us. We can't do them all every week, though, but we're going to give a little push on the insides of our legs, and we're going to bring our hands up to heart center if we can. Now, your heels don't have to be on the floor. Your heels can be up here. Everybody's kind of different in like the flexibility of the back of your leg here. So your feet might be up here. You might be down here. You might bring your feet all the way down. That's it. And we're putting a little pressure on the insides of our legs. Palms come to center here. Lifting, relaxing our lower back. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. That's it. You could close your eyes if it's available. Breathe into the place you're feeling the biggest sensation, strongest sensation. And now we're going to bring our hands down. Bring your right knee down, and we're going to swing our legs forward. Adjusting here we're going to do Lord of the Fishes here. So it's a funny name, isn't it? It's a very funny name for a pose, but that's what it's called. So we've got our legs forward. I might bring my belt here. I don't know if I'll need it or not, but it's always good to have nearby. So for Lord of the Fishes, we're going to bend our left knee and put our left foot over our right foot. You're already feeling that nice stretch there in that left hip. We're going to put that left hand back behind our left hip and reach up to the ceiling. And then we're going to twist to the left, bending your right elbow and putting it over your left leg. You can bend that left elbow a little bit. My palm is facing left. And I want to think about my arm, this part of my arm being perpendicular to the floor. My right foot is flexed. I'm looking to the left.
I'm feeling very yoga-ish. I almost feel like I've seen the Buddha in this pose somewhere, or somebody like that. And then I'm gonna look over my left shoulder. Maybe not the Buddha, maybe like Shiva or one of those, the Hindu gods or goddesses. And then I'm going to release and untwist. Very good. Now we're gonna go on the other side. We're gonna uncross our legs. We're gonna bend that right knee, put our right foot over our left, take our right hand back behind our hip, reach up with our left hand, flexing that left foot, and we're gonna twist to the right, putting our left hand over our right knee. Relax down our spine. We've got that palm facing right. Now I'm gonna look over my right shoulder. Big stretch through that right hip, flexing that left foot. Smile. That's it. And release and untwist. Very good. All right, now we're gonna bend our left knee, bending our right knee and bringing our feet together. So this pose I do every day with my preschoolers. This is called cobbler pose, but we call it butterfly in preschool, and we go like this. But that's not really a yoga thing, that's a preschool thing. Cobbler pose, what we do is we put our feet together and we put our hands over our toes. We do it every day because it's a great pose. It's really good for our hip joints and our legs in here. And it stretches out our lower back. So good for us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our hands over our toes here, and we're gonna lift our sternum up to as high as we can. And then we're gonna exhale, and we're gonna bend our elbows, and we're gonna bring our tummy down toward our feet, and then we're gonna bring our forehead down to our toe. You're kind of rolling your back, so you get a nice stretch in your back there. Think about opening up your vertebrae up toward the sky. And then use your hands to pull yourself deeper in the pose. You can use your elbows to put a little pressure on your legs here. This is when our butterflies go to sleep, when we do this with preschoolers. And then we wake up and we bring our knees up here to center. And then we rock back. And after the butterflies wake up, we want to open up our wings, right? So we straighten our legs and we straighten our arms. This is what our preschoolers do. You can try it too. It's totally fun. It's really good for your core. It's kind of like boat pose. And then we come back down. Today, we're going to do, I think I call it open flowering lotus pose. Oh, I love this pose. So, for flowering lotus pose, I don't do this with my preschoolers, but I just had to share that with you because it brings me such joy when I do yoga with my preschoolers, and I like to talk about it. Okay, so we're going to lift this right leg up and put our arm through our leg here. And so that your calf is like in the crook of your arm there. And we're gonna do we're gonna connect here, our thumb and our pointer finger. And now, much like the butterfly that just woke up, we're gonna balance, if that's available. And we're going to bring our arm in here, through here, and we're gonna connect here. And our feet come together like this. Isn't that cute? And this is called a flowering lotus. And you can open up your face to the sun and relax your shoulders. You're gonna feel a nice stretch through your shoulders here. Nice little balance. Notice your breath. Notice how your body feels settled into this pose. Very nice. All right, so now we're just gonna release one leg and release the other leg. Probably roll our shoulders a little bit because that's a nice shoulder stretch. And we're gonna take our legs straight. All right, now, next pose we're gonna do is staff pose. So staff pose is an awesome pose, and I'm going to talk you through it because there's a lot of different parts to it, but these are really small micro movements, and when you're just looking at it, it doesn't look like much, but lots going on in your body. It's a very powerful pose. So we've got our legs straight and our feet are flexed, and our hands come down next to our hips. The heels of our hands are right here next to our hips. Now, some people's arms are very long. So when you push into the floor, your seat rises way up high. And some people's arms are shorter. And when you do it, you're going to be pushing down toward the ground and your hands might not even hit the ground. And that is fine either way. You can get the full benefit of the pose either way, whether your arms are long or short. So, let's see. Okay. What's important is you lift your sternum and bring your shoulders back. We don't want to push like this. We want to push back through. Think about your wings and your back pushing down into the floor. All right, think about this muscle right here. All right, maybe I'll do it sideways. So, lift your sternum, shoulders are back, heels of your hands are down toward the floor. For the arm part, you're going to push the heels of your hands down toward the floor, lifting your sternum, pulling your belly in, and noticing this part of your arm flexing. Okay? Now for the leg part of it, our feet are flexed, and you're going to contract your quads so just your heels come up off the ground. Your calf stays on the ground too. We're not going back like this and lifting like that. That's kind of like a boat pose kind of thing. We'll do that in a minute. We want to squeeze this quad so our heels come up off the ground. And we're going to do that with our arms all at the same time, and we're going to breathe deeply in our yoga breath, and it's very intense. In fact, there's more to it. When you're doing all that, you're going to bring your chin down towards your chest, opening up the back of your spine. Deep yoga stuff. Okay, so here we go. We've got the heels of our hands here, lifting our sternum, belly's pulled in, shoulder blades back. Flexing our feet, getting ready to squeeze those quads so that our heels come up. And then as we do that, we're going to bring our chin down and kind of tuck our chin under, opening up our spine here. Okay, ready? Inhale, push and lift. Deep yoga breath, squeezing those quads, heels are up off the mat, pushing the heels of our hands into the mat, belly's pulled in, tucking that chin under. 5 deep yoga breaths, pushing those hands down, squeezing those quads, chin's tucked under. And release, and let everything melt down toward the floor. Feel that blood rushing back into your arms and your legs and your head. So good. Oh my goodness. I love doing yoga with you guys. Okay, shake out our arms a little bit. We're going to do staff pose next. So I'm going to roll my wrist. Wait, not staff pose, we just did that. Reverse tabletop. Okay, and let's do a little counter pose first because reverse tabletop is a lot on our wrists too in our arms, so I just want to give everything a little fun break. So let's just cross our ankles here in front of us. Lean forward a little bit, and we're just going to roll back. Whoop! My block was there. Don't bonk your head on something. Here we go. Let's try it again. Just roll a few times. 2, 3. All right, now I'm ready for reverse tabletop. I need a little break. Okay, so now we've got our hands below our shoulders. Our toes are pointing straight ahead, looking straight ahead. We're going to inhale, lift up our seat, and then we're going to take our belly up to the ceiling, looking up toward the ceiling, opening up your heart. Squeeze your glutes to lift your tummy up a little bit higher. Feel that big stretch through your shoulders. Push your feet into the mat. Nice deep yoga breaths. So good. All right, after your 5th deep breath, we can exhale and bring ourselves down. Oh my goodness. Wow, so intense. Ooh, roll those shoulders a little bit. We're making our shoulders so happy today. Okay, next, we're gonna do boat pose. Okay, so, boat pose, here we go. Our knees are bent. We're looking straight ahead. We're gonna rock back lifting up our feet a little bit, balancing there on our sit bones, like that butterfly waking up before when we were doing the butterfly thing, which is so fun. Bring your shins parallel to the floor. And then we're going to bring our arms parallel to the floor, palms facing each other. Think about having a nice straight back, maybe opening up our boat a little bit. And then maybe straightening those legs. Turn your knees out. That helps a little bit. Palms still facing each other. And now we're going to exhale and go halfway down. Woo! This is where we remember that we didn't do yoga very much for the past 6 months. That's okay. And then we're going to bring our back down and our feet stay up and our head stays up. Very good. Nice deep yoga breaths. We've so got this. And then exhale, head and feet come down. Oh my goodness. Shoo-wee. Wow. Feels good to be back to it. Good job, everybody. Way to invest in your health and well-being. Okay, what's next? Oh, that's a good one. We're gonna thread the needle. So good for our hips. I feel like I'm scooching closer and closer to that blue chair. So I'm going to bring myself a little bit. We got this nice soft rug, but we travel on it when we do yoga. Okay, so thread the needle. Let's bring our back all the way down to our mat. Oh, let's just lay here for a second. Oh, that feels so good. It just melt like Olaf in summer. In summer. All right, okay. Now, let's bend our knees. Take your right ankle and put it over your left leg. And now, we're going to engage that right hip and just push that right knee down toward the floor. Just give a nice little twist in that joint. And then relax. Now, we're going to get our hands ready. We're going to pick up that left foot, and we're going to take our hands around that left thigh and lace our fingers in back. And we're going to straighten our left leg, flexing our left foot. All right, now we're going to inhale, lift up our head, and we're going to bring our nose toward our knee. Nice big stretch through our right lower back, and that right hip, flexing that left foot. Excellent. And then we're going to exhale, bring our head down, bend that left knee, put our foot down. Now we're going to cross that right leg over our left. And we're going to do a supine twist because it's so good for our back. We usually do this every week, some form of it. We're going to take those knees all the way over to the left hand's over our right leg. And we're going to take that right arm all the way over to the side. And our right shoulder's on the ground. We're going to turn our head and look over that right arm. Relaxing, down toward the floor. Think about spreading out. Now let's release that right knee, uncross, and bring those knees back to center. Hands come down to our side. Adjusting our spine here, we're going to take our left foot over our right leg, engage our left hip, and kind of just give a little twist in that joint, taking that left knee down toward the floor. And then release. Now, we're going to get our hands ready. We're going to pick up that right foot and put our hands around our right thigh, lacing our fingers behind, flexing that right foot. Inhale, lifting up, and bringing our nose to our knee. Big stretch through that left hip and our left lower back. And release, bring our head down and our back. Bend that knee, foot comes down, cross your leg over. Kind of draw your legs in a little bit and let them drop over to the side, putting our right hand over our left leg, stretching out that left arm, relaxing down our spine, getting that nice stretch through our hip and our side and our spine.
So good for us. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Let everything just melt down toward the ground. And release that left leg and uncross. And bring our knees to center. All right, now let's bring our legs up to our chest and put our hands over our shins. And we're gonna curl up into a nice tight ball. Bring your head up, bring your nose toward your knees and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Nice tight ball. Little counter pose there. Bring our head and seat back down. And now we're just gonna rock from side to side. This gives your lower back a little bit of attention. Just rock from side to side like this, back and forth. Very good. Come back to center here. Feet come down to the mat, stretching out our legs and adjusting and getting ready for our final Shavasana. Now, here in our final Shavasana, we've got our palms facing up toward the ceiling. Our feet are a little bit wider than our hips and they're kind of flopped out to the sides. And we just want to relax and let everything melt down toward the floor again. Just like a popsicle in summertime, melting into the sidewalk. Nice and relaxed. Notice your breath. Notice how your belly rises on your inhale, making room for your lungs to expand. Exhale, calming and relaxing all the way down through your toes, through your fingertips. Alright, and with your eyes still closed, on our next inhale, let's roll to our right, bending our elbows and our knees. Tucking our arm under our head, relaxing there on our side. Have a pleasant smile on your face. Thank yourself for all the hard work you do for your body. So good for you. I can't even tell you the benefits. There's so many. I could list them. I'll send it out in an email maybe, but it's just so good for your body. Thank your body for all the hard work it does for you. Your amazing immune system. Yoga boosts your immune system. Like, your immune system is stronger because of what you did tonight. You are fighting everything better because of what you did tonight. Look at you. You're so good to yourself. I'm so proud of you. Relaxing, everything melting down toward the floor. Think about your intention from the beginning, how you can take that into the rest of your week. All right, on our next inhale, let's start to wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes. Start to move our spine around, opening up our eyes. And then we'll take that hand and push ourselves back up to a nice seated position. I totally lost my ponytail. That's okay. All right. Bring our hands back up to heart center. Relaxing here, letting those thumbs rest right there on our sternum. Nice little smile on our face. Relaxing our shoulders away from our ears. May the intentions of our heart and the words of our mouth and the thoughts of our mind be to the glory of God. Namaste. Namaste.